Chapter 3. The Path to a Better Board, Re-engaging and Recruiting. The diagnostic report is complete. The engine's weaknesses are clear. The data from your board audit sits before you, undeniable and objective. Now, you face the master mechanic's choice. Do you tune up the existing parts, or do you replace them? This is the most pivotal decision you will make as a leader. Rushing to recruit new members without first addressing the issues with your current board is like putting a brand new piston into a misfiring engine. You risk damaging the new part and getting the same poor performance. The path to a powerhouse board is not just about addition, it's about alignment. This chapter will provide you with the exact step-by-step process to re-engage your current members, create honorable exits for those who are ready to leave, and build a unified front to recruit the new leaders you need. Step 1. The one-on-one conversations. The path to clarity. Before you bring the audit results to the full board, you must engage each member individually. The principle here is dignity and clarity. These are not disciplinary meetings. They are respectful, forward-looking conversations about the future. Why this is critical? These one-on-one meetings prevent your board members from feeling blindsided in a group setting. It gives them the safety to be honest and gives you the opportunity to listen. This is a profound act of leadership that builds immense trust. How to approach this? Schedule a brief 15-minute call with each board member. The goal is to share your excitement for the organization's future and to discuss how they see themselves fitting into it, based on their self-evaluation. These conversations will lead to one of two outcomes. 1. The graceful exit. For members who indicated they wish to step down, this is your opportunity to thank them for their service and create an honorable off-ramp. You can discuss how they might stay involved in a different capacity, as a volunteer, a donor, or an advocate, preserving the relationship while opening up their board seat. 2. The renewed commitment. For members who want to step up, this is the moment of recommitment. You can discuss the specific roles they are passionate about and clarify the new expectations for engagement. For members who haven't previously given or fundraised, this is also where you plant the seed. You can say, as we move forward and formalize a fundraising strategy after our planning session, one of the key expectations for all active members will be to participate in 100% board giving and relationship mapping. Is that something you'd be open to exploring with us? This frames it as a future team effort, not a present-day demand. Step 2. The group conversation. Forging the path forward. After your individual meetings, you will convene the full board. The principle here is shared ownership. Your goal is not to present a list of problems, but to facilitate a discussion where the board collectively owns the results of the audit and decides on the path forward. Why this is critical? When the decision to recruit new members comes from the entire board, not just from you, it ceases to be your personal agenda and becomes the official strategy of the organization. This creates universal buy-in for the work ahead. How to approach this? Present the anonymized collective data from the audit. Then, facilitate a discussion around one key question. Based on this data and strategic goals, what skills and connections are we missing, and how do we best fill those gaps? This conversation will naturally lead to the unanimous conclusion that you need to recruit. Step 3. The engine of growth. Inaugurating the Board Development Committee. Once the board has agreed on the need to recruit, your next step as a facilitator is to ask, Who will join this important effort? The principle here is delegation and empowerment. This is not your job to do alone. Forming a board development or recruitment committee signals that board building is a perpetual, high-priority function of a healthy organization. Ask for 2 to 3 board members, ideally those who expressed a desire to step up, to form the new committee. Step 4. The recruitment blueprint, executing with excellence. With the committee in place, they will now follow a professional, step-by-step process. As the founder, your role is to facilitate and support them, not to do the work for them. This is the system that transforms your board from passive to active. Part A. Create the board recruitment plan. Before any outreach, the committee must have a written plan. This document is your strategic guide for the entire process. It must include the goal, the total number of board members needed, and the timeline for recruiting and onboarding them. The ideal profiles, a detailed description of the skill sets, professional backgrounds, and core values you are looking for. The strategies, the specific outreach methods you will use, LinkedIn, social media, referrals, etc. The materials, a list of all documents needed for the process. The team, clear roles for the recruitment committee members. The budget, any anticipated costs for background checks or advertising. Part B. Develop the recruitment materials. Professionalism attracts professionals. Using the templates from your toolkit, the committee will prepare these essential documents. Each one serves a specific purpose. They include board outreach messages for LinkedIn, email, and social media. These are your first impression tools to generate interest. Board prospectus manual. This is your high-level marketing document, selling the mission and the opportunity. It's for serious prospects who want to know more. Board recruitment pack. A folder containing detailed documents like the organization's profile, strategic goals, and future aspirations, given to candidates before an interview. Board application form. A standardized form to officially collect information from interested candidates. Interview questions. A standard set of questions to ensure a fair and consistent interview process for all candidates. Reference check template and email to professionalize the process of contacting references. Board agreement and 100% giving pledge form. The formal documents that new members will sign during onboarding to codify their commitment. Part C. Launch the outreach. The strategy here is to go where your ideal candidates are. Don't just post on your own channels. The committee should actively engage on LinkedIn. Use Sales Navigator for targeted searches and send personalized outreach messages. Personal networks. Leverage the relationship mapping form with your current board and advisors. Community and local associations. Engage with the Chamber of Commerce, Rotary clubs, and other civic groups where leaders gather. Idealist and other non-profit job boards to attract individuals specifically looking for board service opportunities. Part D. Vetting and interviewing. This is a two-way discovery process. 1. Vetting. The recruitment committee reviews all applications against the ideal profiles defined in your plan. 2. Interviews. Small panel, 2 to 3 people, conducts formal interviews using the standardized questions. The goal is to assess skills, confirm values alignment, and give the candidate a clear picture of the organization and the expectations. Part E. Selection and checks. Board decision. The committee presents a slate of the top candidates to the full board for a formal vote and approval. Contingent confirmation. You send the selected candidate an email confirming their selection is contingent upon successful reference and background checks. This is a crucial professional step. Conduct checks. The committee uses the reference check email template to contact the candidate's references. Consider using a service for a formal background check if your organization deals with vulnerable populations. Part F. Onboarding for impact. Onboarding is where you turn a promising candidate into a successful, integrated board member. This is not just a welcome meeting. It is a strategic process. During onboarding, you will 1. Set expectations. Formally review the board member agreement, covering time commitments, roles, and responsibilities. 2. Introduce financial commitment. This is the moment to introduce the 100% board-giving pledge and the concept of relationship mapping. You frame it clearly. After upcoming strategic planning session, when we are all aligned on the budget and resources needed, we will ask every board member to make a personal financial gift and to help us map their networks. This sets the stage professionally. 3. Provide essential materials. Give them access to bylaws, recent financial statements, strategic plans, and other key organizational documents. Part G. The first board meeting. The final step is their formal welcome. The first meeting should include introductions. Allow new and old members to introduce themselves and their why for serving. Assign a board buddy. Pair each new member with an experienced member who can serve as their mentor and guide for the first few months. Immediate action steps. 1. Analyze your data. Using the AI prompt from the previous chapter, analyze your audit results to categorize your board members into champions, potential, and graceful exits. 2. Schedule your first one-on-one. Identify the board member you have the best relationship with and schedule your first 15-minute clarity call. Use this conversation to practice and build your confidence. Draft your agenda. Prepare a draft agenda for the full board meeting where you will discuss the audit results. Focus on the key questions you will ask to facilitate a productive conversation. By following this process, you are not just recruiting, you are fundamentally upgrading your organization's leadership engine. You are creating a culture of clarity, accountability, and shared ownership that will attract A players and make your mission stoppable. Toolkit resource note: this chapter has provided you with the complete strategic process for re-engaging and recruiting your board. To execute this plan, you will need the specific tools and templates for each step. You can find the complete board recruitment blueprint and all the adaptable templates, including the board prospectus, application form, outreach messages, interview questions, and more, on the download page for this material.